Every time I see it, they got a real like zoom in close up shot of that mask this time. I love that mask. That mask is awesome. But this is one of the two best things that happened on the entire show last Monday night. This and the ending, which was a toast to Monday Night Raw. They trotted out all the legends back on stage. Ric Flair made an entrance, but never spoke. He just showed up. Of course, it was a toast. He was in his element. Hulk Hogan came out. He posed to Real American. He cut a Hulk Hogan promo. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin made an appearance. By far the highlight of the entire show. Crowd ran wild. He got in the ring by himself. He talked about how all those legends on that stage, all you guys, you're my family. The production people, the cameramen, all you guys, you're my family. We the fans are part of Stone Cold's family. He said he got to town early to record a podcast with Hulk Hogan. He had never met Hogan before in person. Like, really got to know him. I mean, they've met before, but this was the first chance in person they've ever really had to hang out. They did a podcast. They ate sushi. By the way, that podcast drops on Tuesday, which I do plan on listening to. He said he went out the night before to the bar at the hotel with Ric Flair. The same Ric Flair who almost died from heart issues is still going down to the bar drinking. Well, at least he'll go out doing what he loves best. He said he ran into Ron Simmons at the hotel when the elevator doors opened. Just by happenstance, there he was. And he actually posted a photo later on to prove. It was a photo of Ron Simmons, like, I guess after the elevator doors open. He probably said, hey, just stand there. I got to take a picture of this. And you just see this huge smile on Ron's face, and he's pointing at Austin. It's great. So he posted that on Twitter later on just to prove it. He invited all of the legends into the ring to share a beer. It's his new Stone Cold IPA. Can't find any of that shit around here. He asked how much time we got left, and they told him 60 seconds, and he said he had no idea what he was going to say when he came out here. And it was Jonathan Coachman, of all people, who just... The coach had to tell Stone Cold, just go out there and be yourself. I can't even fathom Coach having to give Austin like a pep talk backstage and tell him you're going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. You just go out there and you just do your thing. And he said, look, I'm not going to be sending Christmas cards to all of you guys or any of that shit. And they bleeped out the word shit. But I love every single one of you. And, because Stone Cold said so, he did his whole thing and they went off the air. This was tremendous. No one can touch Stone Cold Steve Austin. Back when I was in middle school, and I'm dating myself here, I know, but they used to have these music CDs. They would sell these music CDs called Now That's What I Call Music. They had I don't even know how many volumes. There were probably 50 volumes of this thing over the years. But back then, they were a big thing. You'd see the commercials for them all the time. It was just volumes of big hit songs. That must have been a bitch to divvy up all those royalties. I don't know how they did that. Well, they released the new album in that final segment on Raw Monday night. Now That's What I Call a Superstar, Volume 1. Because there was not anybody on that show, even Hulk Hogan himself. Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, who exuded superstar the way that Austin did on that show. Hogan may be the bigger name, and he had a much longer run on top, a much longer career in the ring than Austin did. And Flair may be the greatest of all time, just from a match standpoint. I mean, Austin and Hogan both call Ric Flair the greatest of all time. Okay, so there you go. But having said all of that, there is absolutely no one who gets a reaction like Austin does when that glass shatters and he marches down to that ring and then goes out there and speaks to the people and connects with them on a level that nobody else does. The Rock, maybe. Maybe The Rock. But I think Austin blows everyone else away, past and present. And this company is worse off for not having their own Stone Cold Steve Austin today. But sadly, this system is not designed to produce another Stone Cold Steve Austin or to produce another Rock. It's just not. But hey, we still have the network.